Right, we are recording. This is our team call for July 17th. I have to look at my calendar every time. This is our post-summit call. I want to go over a couple things, like housekeeping things first, because Morning Meltdown just launched and a crap ton of info was announced at Summit. So I'm going to go over it quickly. I'm going to show y'all where to find it in your back office. And then we are going to talk about Summit. So, Morning Meltdown, it's launched. It's here. I had a waiting list of people to sign up yesterday is when it launched. And I firmly believe that every single person on this team can hit Success Club with this launch and with these promo codes that we have. There should be zero reason why we should not all have 3 people at least to help with this program. Committing to 100 workouts is a big deal for a lot of people. That's more than probably some people have ever committed to. And to do that and like that feeling of accomplishment that they are going to get when they check off that last box that they did 100 workouts is incredible. So I want every single person on this team to get at least 3 people signed up in your group that you can mentor and you can do this program with, right? Like you want to check it off together. So you should be sharing about it in your stories, sharing about it on your posts. You should be inviting behind the scenes. You guys, you cannot just share it in your Insta stories and expect people to come knocking on your door asking you to sign them up. It doesn't work that way. I wish it did. I'm 4.5 years into this and it doesn't freaking work that way. So you've got to message those people that are watching you, right? Like you need to go in your Insta stories and all those people that are watching your stories when you showed the moves, because you should be doing these workouts on your Insta stories. If I didn't say that first, you should be messaging them saying, hey, like I saw that you're watching along my Insta stories with these new workouts. They're so awesome. The beat is so fun. I can't wait to start day 1 or about to start prep week. Are you interested in doing it with me? Easy. I know that these mini meltdown workouts are like really many, okay? I saw them. I've been doing them the past 2 days. They are really many. Like today's was 16 minutes for me. That's not my workout for the day. Like I get it. A lot of you need more than 16 minutes of core work, okay? But I did another workout after I did that core workout. And that's okay. I'm not saying we're not in the program yet. So when we do start the program, I really, really encourage you guys to stick with the program, stack 2 together, whatever you need to do, but just do Morning Meltdown. However, these 2 weeks leading up to it, I don't care what workout you do. If you do Lift 4, 21-day fix, 80-day obsession, I do not care. But you need to, if you want to have a successful launch, you really, really need to show Morning Meltdown first. Today, I literally showed like 2 slides or stories or whatever they're called of 2 moves just so people could hear the beat. Okay, so even if you do another workout, you want a good launch, you got to show 80-day obsession. Oh my gosh. You got to show Morning Meltdown in your stories. Okay, done with that. Promo codes. All of you have 3 emailed promo codes. If you have a spouse account, you have 3 more. If you have a second CBC, you have 3 more. That's a ton. Here's how I am using these. I've had a lot of y'all ask me, how are you using the promo codes? I had a lot of people on my waiting list, past challengers, a lot of my past challengers wanting to get a new challenge pack to start this workout. I'm not giving them promo codes. They're already ready and willing to sign up at full price. I'm not giving them promo codes. Promo codes are my last lifeline. I had someone want the mega pack, which is the first time in the history of ever that I've ever had someone want the biggest pack without me even trying to sell a biggest pack. I gave her a promo code. I said, hey, you're purchasing like the bigger package. I'm going to give you $10 off. Anyone that's getting like a package above the base package, that 160 package, I will offer them a promo code. Or like when I'm talking to them, like, hey, Maddie, like here are your options. If you get any of the ones that are over 160, I can give you $10 off. So if you have already hit Success Club, that's my advice for using your promo codes. If you have not hit Success Club, be handing those things out like candy. Like, why not, right? They only last until August. You guys, I can't talk. They only last until July 31st. So it's not like you can save them for August. You get to use them all now. So they're good for challenge packs and completion packs that are over 140. So the base completion pack doesn't work. It's 130. It has to be the other one. There is a promotion going on right now. I don't know if y'all saw my stories, but I have a list. It's actually right here. And I have the names written down of people. If you post this into your stories, like if you make a list like this, post it to your stories or in a post on your page and hashtag succeed together. Carl is giving 10 people every day $100 just for doing that. So I'll be posting in my story every day because he's picking 10 people every day who show a list, even if it's a blank list and you have just 10 slots open on your list, you could win $100. There, I posted a link to our Google Drive on the team page yesterday. There is a folder in there, 2019 program launches and morning meltdown. You will find all the posts, all the emails, all the, oh, my child is up again, all the like graphics, stories, links to the Canva to make your own stories, everything in that URL link thing. I posted it on the team page yesterday. It's in the Google Drive. Okay, I'm going to screen share really quick and show y'all where, look, I'm researching collagen, where in the back office I see all the announcements. Okay, this is my back office. You see, this is how it looks like when you log in. At the bottom, hey, coach breaking news. This is where you can find all the announcements, everything from Summit, everything that's new. Look, Energize special offer price change. They're giving more of a discount on Energize when it pops up at the end of your share cart to add. So that's you guys need to check that and check it often. So that being said, collagen is out. I'm still researching this for myself. There's a video on the Team Beachbody Coaches Facebook page that's going to explain a little more. They're working on getting trainings for us so that we know more like details of why this collagen is better than that blue tub that we always see people on Instagram drinking. But collagen is out. I encourage you to try it for yourself. It's an easy add-on to ShareCart. It's now really easy for coaches to stay active with like collagen and Energize, 50 PV. Next, The Work is a new workout program that's coming out in September 30th. And it's going to be freaking awesome. I don't know if you guys saw the promo, if you watched opening ceremonies, but it is basically an athletic trainer. He trains like super people, like NBA players, like legit. And it's 6 weeks long. There is no test group for it. There is no modifier. And there's an explicit version for those of you who are motivated by terrible words. I have a 3-year-old, so unless I want her walking around saying that, that's out for me. But they have an edited version too. Pumpkin Spice Shakeology is coming September 3rd, again in very limited quantities. So this is something to share with your current challengers, your fit club, you. It sold out like super quick last year, but it's available to US and Canada. And then Peppermint Mocha is November the 1st. I got to try that at Summit. It's really good. I don't even like coffee, and I liked it. Vegan beach bars are coming out. It's like chocolate almond crunch or something like that, and they will be this winter. There's no date. And we are expanding to France in Q2 of 2020. I'm just going over really quick the summit announcements. Next summit is in New Orleans, July 15th through the 19th. If you haven't gotten your ticket yet, you need to. Tickets go up. You're able to book hotels already. For those of you that went to Summit, you're going to hear from them soon, but it's the best. The best. New Orleans is not the best, but Summit is the best. Activewear is now available in the back office with more volume and more commission attached to it. So if you have challengers who really love Beachbody apparel, or the new active line that's coming out, that Beachbody is putting out, you're getting more volume and more commission on that. And then last, but most important, maybe not most important, but really important, next weekend, so not this coming weekend, but the next, what day is that, 20-something? The 27th and 28th is Super Weekend. Super Saturday, Super Sunday, I don't know which one you'll have, but this is an exclusive opportunity for you to invite coaches, okay? This is all geared towards coach prospects. So maybe you have a challenger, or maybe you don't even know that you have a challenger who's interested in coaching. Every time we have a Super Saturday, I put it in my Fit Club, and I am inviting personally through text messages, through Facebook messages, who wants to come with me, because I want my challengers to see what it's like to be a coach, to see what this community is about. And this event specifically, they are tailoring it all towards people that are thinking about coaching, okay? So get your people there. Most places are offering free tickets or very discounted tickets for people that are not coaches yet. So get them in the door, you guys. This is such a huge opportunity that you should capitalize on. And that's all for announcements. So I'm going to open the floor for those of y'all that went to Summit to tell us about why you loved it, why it was a good experience, what you learned, anything that you want to share with the rest of the team that wasn't able to go.
Okay, I'll go.
Go
ahead. Did I interrupt someone? Oh, okay. Well,
Maddie, I can't hear you.
Oh, you can't?
Talking, but I can't hear you.
Okay, can you hear me now if I talk really loud?
You guys can hear?
Testing.
Oh, now I hear you.
Oh, fabulous. Okay.
Sorry.
Well, the whole experience for me, I started coaching in January. So when I went, I was super nervous because I didn't know any of these ladies, but it was just a super fun community to jump into, and kind of reminded me of the sports team that I had been missing out on for the past couple of years. But the biggest thing that I learned, like the trainings were amazing, like invaluable, but the biggest thing I learned was to be authentically me. Like I was looking at so many other people's pages and like for post ideas, which is a great idea. It's a good like idea generator, but I was like almost verbatim doing their posts, and like I wasn't being myself at the end of the day. So it was just super cool to see everyone share how they do different things, how they run challenge groups, and how they, do their Facebook groups if that's what they do. But it's okay to be different, but it's really a great community and a great time to be around everyone, so you can like spitball ideas. And I came away with like a notebook full of ideas, of post ideas to be me. And so that was like my biggest takeaway.
Okay, I'm going to piggyback right off that because that was like, she took the words right out of my mouth. So really finding that community again that I had been missing, that I didn't really know that I was missing. But also learning that there's nothing particularly special about the coaches that we see that are super successful. It's just that they have learned how to embrace themselves. And really, that's one of the biggest things about this opportunity, is that you get to work so much on yourself and learn how to be yourself. And in doing that, you're able to help others. And that was one of my biggest takeaways from it. So definitely want to keep up on your PD if you weren't at Summit. And also I got a whole list of things just listening to people talk, of things that I could talk about, and parts of my story that I could share that I haven't shared yet.
I'll go next. Can you hear me? Is it echoey? Echoing to me. Okay. One thing that I took away that was really awesome is just being kind of crystal clear with people on like what we do and why we do it, and not being afraid to do that. Like if we're stuck in sharing our journey, like sit back and think about, okay, well, what did I do? I mean, I just did a workout, but why did I do it? Like why, like go in depth on like why I did that, or why I went to Super Saturday, or why, or Super Weekend, like why I was at Summit. What was I doing there? Like, don't be afraid to be like, I want to learn. Let's talk about where you're going, because you said yes to Beachbody, because you said yes, I mean, to coaching, basically to you have, you know, somewhere that you're going. And so talk about, like, be confident in your story and where you're going, and talk about that vision, like with your followers, with your challengers, with your coaches, about why you're doing this. Like not what you're doing, not what workout you're doing, but why. Like why do I show up every day? Why am I building this business? You know, for me, it was like, okay, I have to think 3 to 5 years in advance. Like I want to be able to, when my kids go to elementary school, years ago, before I knew about coaching, thought I might get a part-time job. Now I can look forward to coaching and having that time that they're at school to like have coffee chats with my coaches and just love on them. And that is a lot to look forward to, like something that I'm really passionate about. So be confident in your story, where you're going. Don't be afraid to tell why. Like I know in the past for me, I was especially nervous to even talk about like Summit or talk about Super Weekend, because like I don't want people to think I just want to learn how to sell them more stuff. You know, and I had this weird feeling about it. But now it's like I know my mission, I know my purpose, I know the mission of where I'm going. And so yeah, I'm going to talk about why I'm doing each step.
All right, I'll go. So this was my second summit, and I'll kind of piggyback off of the community aspect. It really is so cool to be in person with all the people that you feel like you know online anyways. One of the things for me, aside from, you know, being authentically you and sharing, you know, your own story and making all of your posts more you, one thing that one of the speakers said was, there's never going to be the perfect time to do anything. You're never going to have the perfect routine set out. So it's just, for me, I'm very type A. So I do struggle with, you know, feeling like I need to have the perfect power hour set up or the perfect post scheduled out before actually moving forward. But there's never going to be that perfect moment. So just really diving in and you know, just learning as you go, because that's what this is. We don't all know exactly what we're doing. It is a learn as you go kind of thing, and you just got to keep going, and you're going to get better with time.
Okay, my turn. So that was my third summit, which is insane. And one thing that I noticed when I was comparing like pictures from the last couple of years is that I don't want this to be a rank thing, but a lot of like the repeat girls from Summit are the diamonds. And I think that says a lot about you being serious about your business. So if you're serious about building a business and helping people, you need to make it a priority to go to these things, because it really is going to give you that like confidence and the fuel to just push forward in your business, because you have other people watching you, and you want to be a product of the product and all that stuff. So my biggest thing is make it a priority to go to these things, because it really is that missing link for a lot of us, for like new, fresh ideas and all that stuff. So that's just my 2 cents.
I'll go. One of the biggest things for me, actually the biggest thing for me that it's just stayed with me over the past few days, is the transformations that we saw and the stories that we heard while we were there. So you see these pictures online and before and afters, and they're really impressive and they're great. But I think it was a unique opportunity to hear from people on how Beachbody and the products have really, truly like changed their lives. And that, I think it gives me more confidence in what I'm trying to offer people, and just reinstills the belief in what we have.
Can I piggyback if you're done, Kristen? Yeah. When we were watching the transformation stories, all I could think about was, what if their coach had been too scared to say yes to coaching or to invite that person? Like, what if, and their coaches, these are everyday people. Like each one of us is important, and each one of us is helping people. Like, it doesn't matter what your rank is or how long you've been coaching or anything. Like, each one of us is so important, because like that is each a life. And each one of those people having that transformation story, I just kept thinking about like how great, what a blessing it is that they have this friend in their life that told them about this. And those were the people that were like extremely overweight who were in the challenge. And you know how, I don't know, like I'm personally kind of scared to approach somebody that I know really struggles with their weight, because I don't know if I relate to them. But just remember, like, you're coaching for a reason. Like, every single one of us is here on purpose, and what you do is really important in people's lives.
I'll piggyback off of that. It actually makes me cry when I think about it, because, oh, Leanne, you're so right. Like, when I was seeing all those transformations up there, it was always, so they have like the Beachbody Challenge people out there, and they're introducing them, and it's their coach that introduces them. And more than half of them, their coach was not a top coach, someone I've never heard their name, not ripped, and usually like a family member, like their niece or their sister-in-law or whatever, their wife. And it just made me think, like, we put those top coaches in the limelight, and they're so deserving of it, but every coach in any rank can make such a huge impact. Like, even if it's that one person in your life, like already there, like those people probably would have never said yes to a top coach messaging them on Instagram, asking them to join their challenge group, because they don't know and trust them. And like, but they knew and trusted their wife. They knew and trusted their sister-in-law. And like, it changed their life. Like, it changed their whole life. So that was like really cool to me. I was in a lot of like leadership trainings, and I got to hear from a couple like big name coaches. They're not like top coaches right now, but they've been around for a really long time. And Bonnie Ingles' story kind of like really stuck with me. I don't know if any of you guys follow her on Instagram, but she basically got up in front of us and was like, when Beachbody asked me to speak, I didn't want to. Like, I felt like a fraud. They wanted me to speak on like growth and renewal, and she's like, I have all these accolades. I'm a 15-star diamond. I'm an elite coach, all these things. And she goes, and those were 3 years ago. She has not rank advanced, like past whatever her current rank is in 3 years. Obviously, she's been like doing work and being a part of the business. But like, if you don't know how it works, as soon as you go 5-star, they all have to stay when you add a 6th star. So like if somebody quits out of your 5 stars and then you add another one, you're still only 5 stars. Does that make sense? So she hasn't rank advanced. All these things that like made her name known, she's felt like a fraud because motherhood hit her flat in the face. She tried so hard to get pregnant for so long. She envisioned this for so long, and it's just not how she thought it would be. And all of her team from 3 years ago, like most of them aren't there anymore. And I just was like so humbled that she was sharing this, that like someone that I love and semi-idolize, like those top coaches have flaws too, and they feel stuck in their businesses. And it doesn't always it's not just this uphill climb the whole way. Like they have really high highs, and then the next year it could be like a really low. And I've definitely experienced that. I think last year was kind of like my low, and this year has been like trying to get out of it. And so it was just really encouraging for me to know that like this business has seasons, and that you don't have to stay stuck. Like we don't have to stay stuck in like this second round of motherhood has like totally thrown my life off. So that's kind of what I got out of Summit, along with it's just so cool for me, kind of what Cinda was saying. You watch the pictures. This was my 3rd Summit as well, which is embarrassing to say, but I skipped Summit for my first 2 years of coaching. Like I just didn't think it was a big deal. I didn't really wonder why people were forking over the money to go. Like I could watch it from home on my TV. And it was hard to get to. I didn't have childcare or whatever. But to see our team grow the past 3 years is just insane. And it totally fills my cup when I get to see y'all like in real life, like so many of y'all that I haven't gotten to meet in real life. And then to see like the impact that our team is having. And there's so many smaller teams within our bigger team. And it's just really cool for me, not only to see you guys and like, you know, touch you in real life. Okay, that sounded weird. You know what I meant? But like to just see what our team is doing and how our team is growing. I'm done.
Okay, I'll go. Can you hear me? Yeah. Okay. So mine, I guess this is technically my 2nd Summit. I don't really consider it my 2nd because the first time I went, I was doing my sister a favor and I wanted to work out with Shanti. So this was legit the first one. And not gonna lie, I was super nervous just because you're like, oh my gosh, if I'm stuck with these people that I think I like on the internet and they actually aren't, I actually don't like them in real life for the whole weekend, like that would not be fun. Y'all ended up being very cool. So anyways, I think my favorite part, like everyone else has said, is just the community. Like Maddie said, it's the team. So growing up as an athlete, that's a part of life. And then you graduate and then you don't have a team anymore. And so it's like you're trying to find like your people. And so I think walking away, like that was it for me. As far as like the trainings go, I really appreciated more of the general sessions when I think it was Melanie Mitro, and she talked about, I've heard this before, and she said something like everything is figure outable, right? And I think she was talking something to the extent of you're never going to learn exactly what you need to know just by sitting and watching videos. You have to go and do it, right? So like people get stuck trying to learn all the things. And I do that, right? So I like to listen and I'm like, oh, like I'll try that or whatever, but I don't actually execute. So I think that was something that I really took away from all of this. Like, yeah, some it's great, but if you don't actually go and apply some of the things, like, why'd you go? Like, what was the point, you know? So that's it.
I'm going to go one more time. Another thing that was really, I think is my favorite part ever, and I talk about this like all the time, is the super workout. Because if you guys have been to a Super Saturday, you work out with like, I don't know, a couple hundred people. No, you're working out with thousands upon thousands upon thousands of people, all ages, all shapes and sizes, all fitness levels. Like just the amount of like empowerment that you feel. It's like you're standing next to somebody and they're like working out harder than you, you're going to push harder. And like, that was just the coolest thing. And like, everyone's in their own little teams, but everyone is so nice and like so welcoming. And it just really like exemplifies the Beachbody, you know, motto is like community. It's not like, oh, you're not on my team, so I'm not going to support you. No, like everyone supports everybody. So if you've never been around, I don't know, 20,000 people working out, you need to get there because it's just like exhilarating. So fun.
All right. Anybody else? Last chance.
So I'll go real quick. I have no idea what was said before. I'm sorry I'm late. In the middle of a family vacation, so I apologize. But I was just wanted to say, and I'm giving my daughter a bath. So I just wanted to say that I also was like, I love all these people on social media. Like, what if it's totally different in real life? I absolutely love meeting everybody. And we all got along great. We had a great time. I'm not gonna lie, I went for like my first mom's weekend in 3.5 years. So I was like, went into it kind of in this, I'm gonna have so much fun with these ladies mindset, and I got a total just like change in my mindset for my business. I would just like lit my fire, and I loved seeing all of the teammates around me as our team goes up and up and up, and seeing what they've done with their business, and just from everybody who did the training, seeing the possibilities and watching everybody cross the stage on the closing ceremony and even the open ceremony of the new rank advancements, and knowing that there are so many people who are making this a successful business, and you're not one, you know, you're not, I don't want to say 1 in a million, like it can happen to anybody. It just matters how much heart and how much you want it. And it is such a mindset to want to, you know, be the person who's going to walk across the stage next year. And you just have to set your mind and completely go for it. And personal development and listening to all of those coaches was just like super incredible. Sorry. So my biggest takeaways from some of the trainings that I went to were, and I'll let you guys know, like I have been a diamond. I'm a lifetime diamond. I am so fortunate that I got to go to the Leadership 1 track because of my lifetime rank, but I'm currently an emerald. And one of my biggest takeaways was sharing the opportunity of coaching, because you hit the ground running and you're like, yep, challenge pack, challenge pack, challenge pack. Yep, discount coach, discount coach, discount coach. But they come and they go and they, you know, delay and they do all that stuff. And think about how much not only the fitness, not only the nutrition, but the whole community, what it has done for you, and how much you want to share that with someone else. Even whether you sell 1 challenge pack a month and that's a, you know, $50 in your pocket, or you're a 2-star diamond. Like, think about what this business opportunity has done for you and share that immensely with anybody that you can, because that not only is going to create a positive thing in their life, but it's going to help your business side as much, because you can't unless you have a ton of discount coaches, you can't really be someone who is going to be solid and walk across the stage every year. I don't want that to sound like we're just, I don't know. But that was one of my things, was share, even from the beginning, share the coaching opportunity, because as someone just said, you don't know everything right up front, but we have so many coaches who are above us who want to help us succeed, and they're always there to help us get new people started as well. Whether it's Krista or Holly or MK or Ashley, or, we're all there to help each other. And I love that about going to Summit too, just networking, like with Sindel and a bunch of other people, Melissa, and it was awesome. Totally awesome. I rambled a lot. I'm sorry.
Okay. Last call. Going once. Going twice.
I'll go. Sorry.
Oh, Catherine. I'm like, where is it? Where is it lighting up?
I definitely, same as everybody else, like I was super nervous to go. Like I'm not one to like put myself out there and hang out with a bunch of people. I like my little small group. But it was really cool to like actually get to meet everybody in like person and like hang out and see that like there are a lot of other people like in the same spot that I am that just kind of like weren't really sure, I guess. And then I loved all the personal development like at the sessions, and like seeing or hearing that you have to start somewhere and it's not an overnight thing. You just kind of have to like work towards it every day. And I guess like the main takeaway I got from Summit is just like consistency, which, I mean, yeah. And then, I lost my train of thought. I don't know where I was going.
That's okay. Yeah, consistency. I mean, I think that was like one of the biggest thing that all the coaches that we heard from, they were just consistent through all the crap. Okay, so all that being said, get to Summit next year, get to Super Saturday in 2 weeks, bring people with you. But I wanted to just I'm throwing this goal out there for us. This is not for me. This is not just for my team. This is not just for my PS coaches. This is for us as a whole, all of us under Team Heartstrong, where we have Leanne's team and Sindel's team and Caitlin's team and Maggie's team and Holly's team and Chris's team and everybody and Maddie's team and everybody's teams under here. Here is my goal for us as a group from now to the end of the year. Let me screen share. If it comes up. Come on. Okay. Okay. Help. Where'd it go? Okay. This is my goal for us as a team towards the end of the year. And you're like, wait, what the heck does that even look like? This is a lofty goal. This is scary for me to put out there as a goal for us. So this is 20 new diamonds in our downline. 20 new diamonds, not for me and our whole team. 20 diamonds. Like, I would love for our team to to end this year with 20 people stepping it up, just like Sindel said, like 20 of y'all getting so freaking serious about this business. 20 of you. And then my goal is for us to have 4 either premier or elite coaches at the end of this year. That to me is scary. That to me is like, we are developing leaders and we are helping you guys make a business. And aside from just like goals and business goals and all this fancy talk, this signifies that we get to have a greater reach, like a way greater reach. Like instead of helping 150 people a month, we are helping like 300. We are starting 20 new baby businesses that are going to go out and start mentoring coaches to help others, to help others, to help others. And that is my goal for our team for the rest of 2019. So I'm going to be updating this as it needs to be updated as we hit some of these goals or as we make progress towards it. And I hope that you guys will get on board with this, because obviously I can't do this. And so I really hope that we can join together as like a big, huge community and push for this, push for yourself. I for some reason what Sindel said is really like sticking with me, that Diamond really is like, it shows a commitment in your business, and that kind of goes right along with this tracker for the end of the year. So I will stop rambling. Thank you guys for hopping on. I'm going to stop the recording.